And here we go again, another day in Jacksonville, but a new look in Jacksonville with the pads coming on for the first time. The first time Travis Hunter is putting the pads on with the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's a big day. Now, obviously, he is wearing the white jersey, which means he's probably going to be playing a lot of defense today, but he's with the wide receivers right now, which is interesting. Again, he is going in and out of different position groups all practice long. So today should be a really fun one. We're going to break down all the news, the notes, the highlights, the observations, everything from 7-on-7s to 11-on-11s. However, before we dive into the video, do me a favor and go follow my guy Jamal here. I get all my footage and all my information from him, and you guys can get the same if you go follow him on Twitter or X right now. It's free. And you guys, it will literally feel like you're at practice with the amount of knowledge that he's putting out there every 2 minutes. So make sure you guys go follow him before we dive into the video. Hit the like button, subscribe. With that being said, comment down below 2 players that you're really excited about going into preseason football games. Who are a couple of guys that you just want to see? All right, with that being said, let's kind of dive into today's video about today's practice. So now he goes from, warming up the wide receivers a little bit to right back to the defensive side of the ball. You can see him interchange position groups so much during these practices. And right now, we can always just tell, the vibes at practice always just seem a little bit better with him here. He's always, up-tempo personality, always having fun out here, which ultimately when you're at training camp, man, if you're not having fun, it's going to be a rough time. So Travis Hunter is definitely doing a good job keeping vibes good here in Jacksonville for training camp, and you can see it right here. Here's a little bit of his rep going through drill, back pedal, open up the hips both sides, and then sprint through, catch the football. The drill you see a lot with DBs, just trying to work on fluidity with the hips, being able to open up to both sides of the football, change direction. That's one thing they really want to see in their DBs. Change direction is huge because if you get beat on a dig, right, the guy fakes you going to the outside, boom, cuts into the inside. You need to be able to flip the hips and go, right? That's what they're working on here. Flip the hips, go, right? Again, good rep there by Travis Hunter. Not too much detail, but again, you'll see this almost every single practice if you're there. These DBs do it a ton. So now, we don't have too much footage because since today was a padded practice, they wanted to get the most out of it. So what we're going to do is break down some of the 7-on-7 and 11-on-11 work from today. And again, we don't have footage from that, but I can tell you what happens on every single rep. Before we dive into that though, do me a big time favor, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already done so yet. It helps out the channel so much. But also, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. It is free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and we got you guys covered throughout the entirety of this year's offseason, training camp, preseason, regular season. Throughout preseason and regular season, we're going to be breaking down some all 22 coaches film. So again, make sure you guys join the family. Turn on post notifications. That way you're notified every time we post one of these. But with that being said, let's dive into some of the team drills of today. Again, get all my information here from Jamal. He does such a good job tweeting out everything. Okay, first thing up, Munt, McCarry, and Brown are the only 3 players I have not seen on the field for practice, at least today. But one thing that we've talked about a lot throughout these practices is every single day, their first play of 11-on-11s is usually a handoff to Tank Bigsby, which shows me that I believe he is going to get a lot of carries this season. Not saying that Etienne's not going to get a lot of carries, but I think they want to utilize Tank more in that Bucky Irving type of role and then have Etienne be more of that Rashad White type of role where they had it in Tampa Bay with Liam Cohen. Now, first handoff was to Tank, second handoff was to Etienne, and then the third play was also to Etienne as well. Lloyd was there for the stop. So first drive, you saw handoff to Tank, and then 2 to Etienne. And then we had a handoff to Dyami Brown, really trying to get this running game going. I believe this first period was really, specifically for some of these running backs. We had a handoff to Tootin, we had a handoff to Allen, and then we started to get more into some pass reps here. Nick Mullins to Jackson, short pass completed. Nick Mullins handoff to Etienne, and then Trevor Lawrence in the starting offense comes back in, and then boom. Again, first handoff is to Tank Bigsby, then more passing. Trevor Lawrence finds Dyami Brown. Now, Dyami Brown, dude, I'm telling you right now, he is a guy to watch throughout the entirety of not only training camp, but also preseason. I think he is going to be a major weapon for this offense, adding a lot of unpredictability down the field. We know he can stretch the field, and if he gets behind that defense, he's got the speed to take the top off, right? He can take a 14-yard slant, right, into a touchdown. He can take a 6-yard slant to a touchdown or a skinny post on the 14-yard, all right? But again, this is a guy that's going to be huge. That was deep down the sideline. Lewis in tight coverage. Lewis broke it up, incomplete, so good job there by Lewis breaking up that play on Dyami Brown. Get another handoff to Travis Etienne, was stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Nick Mullins had a handoff to Tank. John Wolford comes into the game. Short pass to Allen. Made some good moves to pop it loose, so it looks like it was complete. Okay, Cephas. Okay, Cephas is a guy, man, I like. And let me go pull up this depth chart really quickly. Jacksonville Jaguars. Cephas is a guy that's worked his way up. Early on in the offseason, we saw him kind of back here with the threes. He has worked his way all the way up to like the 5th guy on the depth chart behind Parker Washington. And when Travis Hunter is playing defense, he's number 4. He's the number 4 guy that they like to use. Another guy that they like is Eli Pancol. We've heard a little bit about Louis Rees-Damm. I think he's missing a little bit of time right now, if I'm not mistaken. But keep your eye on Joshua Cephas. They like his ability to block, his willingness to block, but also has made some big-time catches as well. We'll see if he can do any today. This one was incomplete. Ransaw was in coverage. Nice little rookie play there. Hand off to Jackson. Hand off to Jackson. Where's Jackson on the depth chart here? So Jackson, Quinn Jackson, probably the last guy on our list. They love Tank, they love Etienne, and then obviously Tuitt and LaQuinn Allen add kind of a change of pace compared to these two. Allen can really catch the ball. Tuitt's got really good speed. See how they mix in. Okay, so Trevor Lawrence and Brian Thomas. This is like the first rep we've seen Trevor Lawrence passing the ball outside of that Dyami Brown one. Pass complete over the middle with Eric Murray in the area coming over for the Texans. Another pass here to Dyami Brown. Short pass complete. Oye was in coverage. Trevor Lawrence to Hunter Long. Short pass complete. Tyson in the area. Another one to Allen. Okay. Is that LaQuinn Allen here? There's no wide receivers. Allen, right? Yeah, so it looks like LaQuinn Allen working in with the ones again. He's a very good pass catcher out the backfield. So maybe on third downs this year, you'll see some LaQuinn Allen with the first team. Nick Mullins to Cephas again, getting some more deep pass. Great play from Savage to break it up. Almost had a one-handed interception. The safety room is interesting because they do like Eric Murray and Darnell Savage a ton, but we can already tell that Caleb Ransaw is a guy that has starting potential in the league. Is he ready on day one? Maybe not. But I do expect him to ultimately win this job at some point this season, as well as Antonio Johnson. They like as well from 2023. Again, different coaching staff, but still a guy they like. Nick Mullins to Eli Pancol. Short pass complete. Prince was in coverage. Ripped it out for the fumble. There we go, Prince. Again, they're really prioritizing getting the ball out this year. Nick Mullins short pass down the field. 2 receivers in the area. But Braswell had the PBU. Cephas had another one, at least targeted to him. Pass complete on the outside. Left, White, great separation. Incomplete by Trevor Lawrence. Complete over the middle by Dyami Brown. Pass incomplete, looking for BTJ down the field. Eric Murray again in coverage. Another handoff to Tank. Another handoff to Etienne. Actually, this was a pass to Etienne. Incomplete down the sideline. Trevor Lawrence to Dyami Brown. So a lot's going on here. We have a lot going on in these 11-on-11s. Because it was the first day of pads, really wanted to get the most out of it. Trevor Lawrence to BTJ completed. Not seeing a lot out of Hunter. Actually, maybe that. I think I said one of them was long. But could have been. I don't think we've had anything to Travis Hunter yet. Maybe I'm wrong, though. But that looks like it's about it. Trevor Lawrence sacked. Green in there. Okay, so, I mean, doing well. These guys are doing pretty well here. Practice is starting to really heat up. And they're loving it. They're loving the ability of a lot of these guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Okay, right here. This is the first one we really saw here. So, Trevor Lawrence to BTJ. Pass incomplete. Travis Hunter in coverage with the PBU, man. So, Travis Hunter versus BTJ. 1-1. Hand off to Etienne. Complete to Brenton Strange. Dyami Brown had a completion. Another BTJ pass down the field completed. Okay, so we did have a lot more actually here. Look at. Oh, short pass almost picked off by Travis Hunter. Jumped the route, but dropped it. Should have been a pick there for Travis Hunter. So we did have a lot going on here with Travis Hunter towards the end of practice. So that's good to see. I am going to end the video here. Make sure you guys go follow Jamal. By the time you follow him, there's probably so much more that I wasn't able to cover. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.